The political program of the General Assembly of International Workers. 1. The world population, who must work to earn a wage in order to secure their own survival for part of the day, and must work for another part of the day to create surplus value for their employers, for which they are not remunerated, are defined and understood to be the working class, an international class which transcends the system of nation states. A General Assembly of International Workers will be formed with the aim of taking part in the international emancipation of the proletariat from social, economic, and political domination by the capitalist class. 2. The first task in the liberation of the working class is for the working class to become conscious of its own objective conditions, which are that of an object of exploitation by the ruling class, which is the capitalist class, the owners of private property, the extractors of surplus value from the working class, those who control state power at all levels, politically, economically, and through a monopoly on the legitimized use of violence against the population. The task of actualizing class consciousness among working people will be carried out by the means of propaganda and agitation. 3. The political program of the GAIW will not aim at stating abstract principles of a social ideal. Our program will have the specific aim of giving the proletariat a means of having an independent political voice within the framework of bourgeois society to facilitate class struggle and initiate the political action of the proletariat, and to separate the revolutionary politics of the proletariat from the politics of the bourgeois and petty bourgeois parties. 4. The GAIW will not organize as a political party itself with a central committee or vanguard organization. However, the GAIW stands in solidarity and support of all authentic proletarian parties and organizations and recognizes the legitimacy of democratic centralism as defined in the theory and practice of Marxism-Leninism. The GAIW will function by conducting and facilitating political struggle against all bourgeois ideologies. All activity and actions of the Assembly must at all times be subordinated to the interests of the international working class. 5. The emancipation of the proletariat cannot be successfully organized or led by an outside class force. The GAIW, being a proletarian organization, rejects the authority and influence of all bourgeois and petty bourgeois individuals, owners of private profit-making business, private property, land, brick-and-mortar structures, those who extract surplus value via the exploitation of labor power, general and upper management in any business, company, or corporation are to be excluded from membership of the GAIW. The proletariat must liberate itself, taking action in conscious, independent political struggle. 6. The GAIW recognizes and supports the necessity of the overthrow of the capitalist system of wage theft, capitalist production, and capitalist distribution in all countries. The GAIW is in solidarity with all authentic proletarian organizations and individuals. The GAIW demands the abolition of the global system of nation states and its replacement by a single global democratic worker state based on social ownership of property, wealth, and the means of production. 7. The GAIW stands in firm opposition to all imperialist war, recognizing that the working class cannot gain anything for itself in wars fought between competing national economies. The GAIW rejects all forms of social patriotism or social chauvinism. The enemies of the global working class are those who extract surplus value by the exploitation of human labor power. 8. The GAIW will progress based on scientific principles of materialism and dialectics, creating a clear path forward for working people as opposed to being anchored in place by ossified metaphysical ideals and ideology. The morals, standards, ethics, and virtues of any given society at any given point in history are an expression of external material reality experienced by the people in those societies, people of different classes who have irreconcilable differences in their relations to material production. These opposing forces are what is driving history forward.